Hey guys, it's Leonine Shift here, coming from Richmond, Virginia with yet another moto vlog. And today's topic is, how do you deal with that ever-present question, almost always from non-riders, of when inevitably when the subject of your riding comes up, they respond with, motorcycles, well, don't you know those things will kill you, or don't you know how dangerous they are, or really whatever version of, you know, that basic thought. And I guess what I try to use is I tell them, well, before I really got to riding out on the street, I made sure I took the MSF course, and I use those techniques to keep myself as safe as possible. I point out the gear that I wear, and I'm almost always an all the gear all the time kind of guy, head to toe. Full face helmet, and I make sure I get a good quality helmet. I just feel like that's a crazy thing to skimp on. Armored riding jacket of some sort. Gloves, motorcycle gloves, not just leather gloves, but some sort of armored gloves. Riding pants, motorcycle specific, with armor in them, and boots. So pretty much all you can wear, I want to have on me, just so that I'm minimizing my chance of risk should I go down. I generally try to stay within 9 miles per hour of the speed limit. Now, I'll say this, I don't pay a lick of attention to those yellow caution signs that they put up on the roads. I just don't think that those were, first of all, I don't think that they were designed for modern cars. I notice that they're there, and I notice the arbitrary number that they put up there for my quote-unquote safety. But as far as me thinking that those 25 mile an hour rated curves, the 25 miles an hour is actually the safest speed that I can, sorry, I got a phone call there, that I can go around that curve. That's crazy. It's just not realistic. But I generally try to stay within 9 miles an hour of the posted speed limit. Not perfect. Nobody, well, I don't know about nobody, but most of the people I know that run don't claim to be. We all, every once in a while, most of us are out there riding every once in a while when you're in a low traffic situation, right conditions. Now see, here's a prime example of what I'm talking about. That 25 mile an hour curve. And there's no way you can tell me that that's the maximum safe speed for this curve. Sorry, I just don't buy it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. But I try to stay within 9 miles an hour of the speed limit. Now, I can't tell you that I haven't done that. You get on a back road, nobody's around, right conditions, clear pavement, no cars for miles around. Yeah, I'll break that speed limit. But I realize that there's a risk associated with that too. But more important than how we mitigate our risk, I think, is I try to explain the inexplicable, I suppose, to somebody who's never ridden a bike and put their hands on the throttle and given it a twist and taken off. And that is the thrill of the ride. And so that is the conundrum. How do you explain that to a cager? And I haven't quite been able to reason that one out yet. There's really no, I don't know how to express when you get on a bike with a nice amount of power and you pull the throttle and you take off, Wow, it's a rush. Dude, what do you say? Other than the obvious, piss off. I get that. And it's somebody I don't care about, I'm liable to say that. But I get that from friends and family. A couple weeks ago, I ran into a buddy that I'd actually seen. He and I ran into each other at a concert a few months ago, and then we became friends on Facebook, so we'd catch up. And like my Facebook profile is my helmet, which is a pretty distinct, not profile, but like the avatar, whatever you call the stupid thing on Facebook, the little picture that's your picture. I think it's your profile pic. Is my helmet. So I was riding along on another road, and I heard this guy saying my name, and I turned and looked, and there he was. And I was like, how the hell did you recognize me? And he's like, oh, well, I saw your helmet, and that's your helmet on Facebook, right? And I was like, yeah. So anyway, we were having lunch. We hadn't seen each other and had a chance to talk. 20 years, we were buddies in high school, and before that, like childhood buddies. And the first thing the guy says to me is, man, don't you know how dangerous those motorcycles are? And I said, yeah, I do. But I said this, is like, I'll tell you one thing though, man, I love riding, and I'll be damned. The last thing in the world that I'm going to do is be afraid of death. If it's my time to go, I'm going to get going. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll do everything I can to keep it as safe as I can. But as far as choosing only safe activities in my life, man, in my opinion, you're already dead. So, anyway, if you've had some sort of different version of that theme, or something you've said that's proven to be effective, man, I'd love to hear about it. If some of this helps you in some way to deal with it, well, that was a no turn on red that I just turned on. Oops. Then by all means, use it. It's not copyrighted material. So anyway, that's all for today. That was also on my mind. You guys have fun out there. Stay safe. Enjoy the ride, and shift with pride. Until next time, see you guys.